My name is Todd E. Braley, and I am the producer, director, and one of the writers from Season 1 of Surviving the Undead, and producer, director, and sharing writing on Season 2 of Surviving the Undead. What was great about Season 1 is because of the storyline, the family dynamic, the dysfunctionality of what a lot of families are these days, and that for me was the biggest, one of the biggest things that I thought made the show very as popular as it did, because we had no idea that this show was going to be what it was. We figured we were going to do the season and we were going to be done. More than halfway into it, some of the actors, when they started talking about doing a second season, we had ideas for a second season. We've got ideas all the way up to a fifth and a sixth season, but after the amount of work that it took to go through the first season, when you have such a minimal crew, I was not at all wanting to do a second season. Again, the popularity of this show, the fans demanded it. And so what we decided to do is take one of those ideas and go into Season 2. And Season 2, for me, is going to be, it's going to be completely different. We're kind of going the American Horror Story route. And actually, we came up with these ideas before American Horror Story even came out. So when I saw it, I'm like, okay, so they can do it. And they did it successfully by having each season not even relate to the previous season. And by not relating to the previous season, but using some of the same actors, it's doable. So that's what we're doing with the second season, is having a completely different storyline, but using most of the same actors, adding new characters to it, and a whole new storyline, but using the same zombie outbreak, apocalypse storyline. Season 2 takes place 2 days into the infection, 2 days into the apocalypse. Season 1 started just as it was beginning, and actually only took place over a 3-day period. And we're kind of doing the same thing with Season 2, that it's 2 days into it, and the entire season is only going to be within a 3 to 4 day period. Because I feel that, not that dragging it out is bad, but everybody else is doing that. Walking Dead is doing that, iZombie is doing that, and some of the other zombie television shows are dragging it out and making this long, drawn-out process, where I feel that ours, because we are kind of going the route of the kind of American Horror Story type thing, that we're going to be able to, it just makes it that more tense. And plus, in this one, locking 15 to 17 people up inside of a building for 10 episodes, you're going to have the claustrophobic issues, that the walls are closing in on you, the zombies are closing in on you, and you literally, and our tagline on this particular show, on this season, is, this time there's nowhere to run. And that's totally true. There's nowhere for these people to go. They're locked inside a bank, and that's it. Well, I feel like people should donate this to this season, because people want this season to happen. And the thing about it is, this season is not going to happen unless we have funding for this. We did the entire first season on volunteers and $2,500, which pretty much paid for food and a handful of props and some makeup that Nicholas Hillman did the makeup on. But his parents also donated. Jessica Allen, who was Taylor Allen's mother, who played Natty in the first season, she donated her own money and paid for food for the cast and crew. It's just not, it was good, and I think that's good for maybe if you're doing a 3 or 4 day shoot, or even a 2-week shoot. But we literally shot every single weekend for 6 months. I'd like to not have to do that again. And I feel that if this season is going to happen, it has to happen via funding. We have actors that are coming from out of town that we have to fly out here. We have to house. Our director of photography, Tony Severio, he's coming out here. He's going to be he's bringing all of the camera equipment. He's bringing a grip truck. He's bringing everything, but we have to pay him. So this literally cannot happen without funding. We really enjoyed, I mean, there was a lot of rough spots during the making of season 1, but in the end, I've gone back since the show has ended and we've stopped filming, and I've gone back and looked at some of the episodes, and we made a damn good TV show for what we had to work with. Because of the way that the show was presented, it was more presented from the eyes of our main character, Deb, who was a video blogger. And because she was a video vlogger, she, I felt that a lot of the stuff that we did should be shot from almost a voyeuristic type of view, which is what we did quite a bit by using GoPro cameras, sitting them up in corners. Sometimes it was just one shot. We didn't cut away very much. And that is how that season went. Season 2 is going to have a completely different look to it. And how people are going to be able to relate to it, it's going to be relatable on another level. But it cannot happen. It cannot happen without funding. Absolutely not. Season 2 will not happen without funding from you, the public. So please go over. We've got all kinds of goodies to give away. If you donate, we've got different levels that you can donate at. Really appreciate you donating, and watch out because this time there's nowhere